Hey guys, this is Mark. This is my gear. For my main amp, I have a Bad Cat Lynx half stack that sounds great. And then my other amp is a Vox AC30 CC2X with the blue Celestion speakers in it. Sounds really good as well. I run them stereo, both clean, except for a few songs when I really need loud distortion with a lot of gain. The distortion channel on this amp sounds great, and so I just mute my Vox and run mono overdrive channel on this amp. Pretty much bypass all my distortions on my board, and it does the job. This is Leroy. He guards the Vox. He's a good friend. Been through a lot together. These are our picks. They're green with the white cross, which is backwards for what you would think, but they're pretty thick too. I don't know what gauge, but if we didn't have these, I'd be playing Dunlop nylon 1mm, the really thick black ones. So for my pedals, guitar comes in to my Dunlop Keeley modded wah, which runs through my Full Drive 2, which is my main distortion pedal. I run it pretty much at 10 o'clock for overdrive almost all the time. For louder, rattier distortions, I use the Rat. It's really good for boosting gain on leads. That goes to my Keeley Katana, which is a great clean boost. I use it for bringing out certain parts, and also boosting some of my guitars which are lower output, like the Rickenbacker. When I play that, I have this on all the time. That goes through the noise suppressor, which cuts out all the noise from my overdrives, which goes to my modulation effects, Van Halen Phase 90. I just bought it because it looks cool. It's not that orange Phase 90, you know. It's pretty. That goes into my tremolo and my super shifter, which I use on You Are My Joy. So this is my Boss volume. It runs out to the board as well. It has a tuner out into my Boss TU15. So when I want to tune, I just push heel down and I can tune. It cuts the signal. Out of this, I send a mono input into my DD20, which is my delay I use mostly to be really exact with my delay times. I can click through and have my 94 BPMs for Everything Glorious. My 160 is for Trying to Make You Sing, and my 120.8 is for Can You Feel It? Which this one is actually panned, which leads me to tell you that I'm running stereo from here on for my stereo delays. So this runs a left and a right out to my DL4, which I use for the little crazier delays, mostly reverses and lo-fi delays and analog stuff. I like this a little more for that. This is way better for digital, really exact, clean sounding delays. Out of this, I run left and right. The left goes into my Bad Cat. The right goes into the line selector, which I use as a mute switch for the AC30. So when I want to use the distortion channel on my Bad Cat, I mute this and go over here to my foot selector for my Bad Cat, switch it to overdrive, and that's it. Last but not least, this is Rupert. He goes everywhere. He sits back here and makes sure that the gremlins don't take over and hurt all our gear. He has a really good beard, and he's very wise and strong and knowledgeable. He likes to dance on I Saw the Light with Hogan and I and Crowder, and he'll generally sit here, but then he'll make the pilgrimage to Hogan over here when he deems it necessary. So that's Rupert. We love him. I love him. He might be my best friend.